Welcome to Hidden Gems of Nature. Join us as we explore and discover this spring. It's a gorgeous spring, about a 3-mile hike in, just under the Mogollon Rim. So we're in Payson, and we're approaching McDonald's. And there's lots of traffic, which means it's hot in the valley and everybody's up here where it's cool, like us. So here we are, and we're taking a right at McDonald's and heading up to the rim. So I'm excited about this hike. There's actually 3 trails into the spring that we're going to hike on. I've hiked to the spring on 2 of the trails, and today we're going to hike to the spring on the 3rd trail. So it'll be a new adventure for me, so I'm pretty excited about that. And this one is actually along a creek. The other 2 are not along a creek. We are ready to turn off Highway 260 and head to the trailhead for our hike this morning. So we'll take a left off of Highway 260 and head north up into the canyon. And here we go. We're in the parking lot. We just got here. I'll have him pan a little bit so you can see what the parking lot looks like. Again, this hike is about it's about a 3.5-mile hike up to a spring. We're up under the Mogollon Rim, and then we'll head from the parking lot. Actually, we have to cross a bridge and cross another creek, and we'll head over to the trailhead. And I love it up here. You can smell the pines. It just smells incredible. The leaves are just starting to head out. It's the beginning of May, and so it's still cold up here. Probably around 40 degrees this morning, so it's a little chilly. This is actually a bigger creek. We're not going to follow this creek, but there's a confluence right over here to my right, and that's the creek we're actually going to follow, and it's a tributary of this bigger creek here. We're actually going to follow this creek from where it ends right here all the way to the beginning where the spring is, and we're going to hike along this creek the entire way. So we're at the trailhead. Elevation gain on this thing is over about the 3.5-mile sections, about 1,300 feet. So it's not too bad. Easy to moderate hike. Because it is about a 4-mile loop, or excuse me, about a 7-8-mile round trip. Might be a little bit more than an easy hike, but it's going to be cool and gorgeous, so should be a nice relaxing day on the trail. Now that's interesting. It's not even flowing down here. Wonder where we'll cross the flow at. We're just a 1/4 mile down from that crossing that was dry as a bone. So, really pretty little creek leading back up to the spring that we're hiking up to. The sun's just starting to peek up over the rim, shine down in on the trail. You can see it glimmering and glistening through the trees. The trail has left the creek, and then we came back around the corner and we're back next to the creek. Kind of a beautiful little lookout spot up here where you can see down into the creek. Pretty little creek, lots of little cascades running. So while we've been hiking, we've seen a lot of trees starting their new spring growth, and you can see the contrast in the color from the dark green to the light green. It's kind of cool. A lot of the trees look like that. It's really pretty. There's a number of these
little trees with the little yellow trim on, or the spring trim on them. They're all along the trail. Take a little detour here, see what the creek looks like in this section. Probably some more pretty cascades and pools. Probably somebody who fishes a lot, because every time you find a pool, they're probably in there fishing. We'll take a look at this cascade. Quite a pretty little cascade while we're hiking. A couple of nice pools in here if you're a fisherman. Really pretty.
So all along this trail, what we've discovered is there's a lot of cascades. It's really a pretty hike. I've never hiked this trail before. As I mentioned before, there's 3 trails into the spring we're hiking into. I've hiked the other 2 trails, but never this one. So it's kind of exciting to go on this trail for the first time. And what we found is a lot of cascades. They're all different looks, different sizes. And as you can see from this one, this cascade actually has a lot of green on it. This reminds me of the Northwest when I used to live up in Washington. Although there's way too much sunshine right now coming through the trees for it to be Washington. But it's beautiful. And the joy of this hike is all these beautiful cascades. Enjoy it. Okay, so we're coming up to our first intersection. We've hiked, about 3 miles now. We're just to the west of the creek, and we've come to the intersection, and we are going to take a right. This hike actually went a lot faster than I expected, but with all the beauty along the trail, made for an extremely pleasant hike. Just really a beautiful hike. I think I say that about all the hikes. They're all beautiful. What can I say? All right. Then just to the left of that is the rim, and we're here. We're at the spring. This is really pretty. We're going to hike in. There's a little pool here. Every time I've been in this pool is teeming. Is that the right word? Teeming with trout. Well, that's not a trout. That's a dog. Dang, I don't see any trout. Oh, there was one that was just right up there. Spooked it. See if we can get some trout on video here. Oh yeah, actually maybe you can see it. I was going to say you can't see this fish, but there he is right there in the middle of the stream. Nice 8-9 inch trout right there. So one thing we discovered on this hike is that this place is chock full of maple trees. Oh my goodness, and that's an apple tree in blossom. Hey, that's pretty cool. So an apple tree in blossom and a bunch of maple trees. I think we're going to come back here in October. I'm booking this hike for October. I'm getting all excited now. I'm going to come back in October and see if we got some apples on the trees and
See what these maple trees look like. There's actually two springs up here, a little spring and a quite large spring. The large spring is, I've seen it before, it's like a creek flowing out of the side of the mountain. So this is the little spring back in here. It kind of seeps through. Really pretty. Go ahead. You can come in from the left side or the right side. We're going to come in from the right side. This is just like, this is unbelievable. It's just like a creek flowing out of the side of the mountain. Really pretty cool. Look at that. And there it is. This is our destination. It's been a gorgeous hike. One more Cascade. This whole hike has been loaded with Cascades. Really cool. So if you get up here on the spring, we're literally on the spring. It flows out from under us. Look at that. You can see right back in. Come to our destination today. It's been a beautiful hike. This is the spring coming right out of the mountain. And as you can see, the cascade of water coming down behind us. The whole hike was full of cascades, spillways, all different kinds. Just absolutely beautiful hike. I hope that you have as much fun on this hike as I did, enjoying all the cascades and beauty under the Mogollon Rim.